Alright guys, if you haven't subscribed to me yet, hit the subscribe button. It'll really help me out. Leave any comments. I'd love to hear your feedback. Let me know anything I could do better, anything you want to see. Okay guys, so I bought some control arms for the drift car the other day. Nobody had any Maximum Motorsports for sale used, so I saw online that CA Auto has some control arms that look pretty decent for like $120, which is insanely cheap. That was less than I was willing to pay for used Maximum Motorsport ones, and they're like a third of the price of everything else. And I figured these guys were going to be from California, but they're not. They're from Texas. So I got my control arms in like 2 days, which was really surprising and pretty great, because if I go drifting next week, I can have these put on and ready to go. And they do tape the shit out of it. One weird thing is they have a DNA Motorsport or motoring sticker on there, and I don't know if they make the control arms for them or what, but we'll see what the quality is. I mean, at $120, it's not really a waste, even if it needs better Heims or better bushings, because that's just like insanely cheap. And they have the spring perches and the sway bar perches. So I'll get in here. How they look actually pretty friggin' nice. The welds look good. Let me put you guys down here. So, there we go. Yeah, this plate is a lot thicker. This is like 1/4-inch plate right here. The bushings, it's got grease fittings. The welds are welded all the way through, real nice. They're not all boogered up. The mounts look really good. Nice welds all the way around the mount. I'm actually really excited about this. The Heim does look a little cheap. But there's no play in it. A lot of the cheap Heims right from the factory, they'll have lots of play, and they're adjustable, so I can adjust this out for different settings if I want to, but I'll just set it to the factory control arm length, because I'm pretty sure that's what Maximum Motorsport uses for their arms. Yeah, these actually look really nice.
So all starting fluid is ether, right? Am I assuming that the right way?
Yeah. Alright guys, so today we're going to be putting the CA Auto Parts control arms in on the old drift car. I got my buddy Joe here helping.
Hi.
And so these are probably going to be quite the pain to take them out, because this thing is a rotted piece of shit. But luckily I got the liquid wrench over there, and if all else fails, we'll just use that and we'll cut the arms out of it and get some new bolts. So these shouldn't be that big of a deal. Honestly, the sway bar is kind of a pain to get in and out of these cars, but it shouldn't take that long to get it done. And we'll take any videos if we have problems. If not, we'll just let you see how it goes. Okay, since this thing's a rotted pile of junk, I'm pretty sure the bolt is seized to the bushing and the bushing is sliding inside the rubber on this arm. So I'm gonna have to use the torch. I'm gonna cut through it, hopefully get the bushing off of it, and then heat the bushing up, or the sleeve up. That way we can push the bolt through. If not, I'm gonna just have to cut through the whole bolt, but that's not fun. And I don't think I'll be able to get another bolt today for it, and that's not ideal. So that's what we're gonna do, and hopefully this works. Well, after all that fun, we finally got both control arms off the car. So now we need to adjust these guys to the length of the factories. So put that thing over here. And you want to line these bolts up. It looks like they almost lined them up from the factory on these. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the factory bolts and push them through. And I'll get the bolts so they line up perfectly and slide in and out. And then we'll slide them right back into the car. All right, well, we finally got the arms in. They look pretty sick. Took about 3 hours to put them in, even with all the bullshit of, you know, cutting the bushings out and stuff. So, pretty happy with them. They fit great. I'm really disappointed though, because it was missing one of these jam nuts right here. So we had to go to the hardware store and go get one. I don't know how you forget to put a jam nut on your control arms, but everything else seems like it fit really good. And we did adjust them, you know, to make them fit correctly. But that's why you buy ones that are adjustable, so you can make them fit right. Because a lot of people don't have adjustable ones, and then they don't fit right. Imagine that. It's crazy. Well, I've been hurting real bad for some power in this old 2-valve here. So I sent the heads out to get CNC ported. You can see right here. Damn, those look good. No, actually, I'm just Portuguese porting these things with a Dremel. And I've only done one port so far. But it looks pretty mint. We'll probably pick up maybe -5 horsepower from this. But, you know, it'll be cool. And it doesn't cost anything to do it. I also did the intake a little bit. Did a little job on there. I would pull the throttle body, but I don't want to have to buy a gasket for this, and it's probably going to rip. So, a little Portuguese port job there. Get some Portuguese port job here. Even if I just take the rough casting off, these should flow a little bit better. But, I mean, I don't even have a tuner for it, so we'll probably just lose power. But that's not anything you got to worry about. I also painted the Valley gold because, you know, life gives you lemons. You paint that shit gold. But, she should run good. I'll get a vacuum in there, clean up all the shavings and stuff after I'm done. And, I'll blow it out without the coils plugged in just to make sure that there's no shavings once I fire her up. But yeah, she's gonna be full race real fast.
One eternity later.
Alright, well, we got to drinking beers and it was getting really late, so we never actually did a finished video before we went racing. So the car was all set, the intake in. We haven't really like touched anything. I did have to change a coil while we were racing. The coil went bad in it. And we had a bunch of issues with it overheating and stuff, but besides that, it was a blast, and the rear end worked great. So we'll show some videos of testing out the control arms. back after a weekend of drifting, and the car did really good, actually. The control arms seem way more consistent. I didn't have any more tire shake or wheel hop or anything. And the control arms look really good, actually. I don't see any issues with them. So hopefully they last for quite a bit. I mean, for the money, with all that abuse, that's more abuse than most people will see on a normal day anyway. Well, not even a normal day, like a normal car. And so for the money, it's definitely worth it for these guys, because if this was blown out, I'd be able to shake this around and stuff and be able to move this rear end. And pulling on it, pushing on it, it's not moving at all. And the side to side looks good on the bushings. They're not all blown out or anything. So yeah, these things are definitely worth the money. They might not last forever, but even if I blow them out and I put nicer bushings in them, they will be worth it for me anyway. For the guy that's not doing his own work, you might just want to buy the nice control arms and do it once. But this is a budget build, and for a budget build, they're the way to go. Okay guys, I hope that review was helpful. If you guys want to see anything else, let me know. My next video is probably going to be some walk-arounds of the cars. I've been asked a lot to do it, and I think it's a pretty good idea. So stay tuned for that. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That's the only way that we get any money from doing these videos. So if I get paid a little bit more from these, I can do a lot more high quality videos and have a lot more fun doing it. Burn some tires, do some stupid shit, maybe buy some junk cars. You know, I got lots of plans for this this channel, but I need you guys' help to make this thing great.